Hello everybody and welcome to the final Who Bulletin before Season 2 of Doctor Who starts. There is so much to talk about today. Thank you Del Jones for subscribing, I forgot that was still a thing that could happen. Thank you very much for joining everyone today. I'll welcome every one of you all, and very briefly, welcome to Mr. Scarlo, Dr. Master, Sarah Glover, Carl, E913, Cybernova DW, Matt L, Whoniverse Archive, I don't even know, Oasis Central, and everyone else who's just joining in now. Feel free to say hello. Would love to say hello back. So, this is a very exciting one. The thing on screen is wrong. That's good. What a great start, George, if you haven't had 2 minutes to fucking set this up. Hang on. Season 2. There you go. So Season 2 starts with the Robot Revolution, and it starts this Saturday at 8 AM in the morning. Welcome also to Trek Matt, and SK. So, we have an exciting sort of season ahead. We're here, we finally arrived at the second season, or the 15th series of Doctor Who, and we're primed and fucking ready, I think. I'm very excited to go into it. I'm very excited to see what it'll be like, and I don't know, I guess we'll talk about that today. But I'd also like to share as well with you all what our plans are. So as you know, for the last sort of 2 years-ish, every single Tuesday, touch wood, most Tuesdays, we are here from around 7 o'clock till 8 o'clock talking about Doctor Who on the Who Bulletin, this little web live series. Now, this will be the last Tuesday live stream, or regular Tuesday live stream, for a little while. And the reason for that is because I've decided to shake things up a bit. Last year we did some full episode reviews, proper YouTube videos, and then some live streams alongside. But I kind of missed the interaction side of things, the sort of talking to fans and getting to know what they thought. Because if there's one thing you can say about a Doctor Who fan, is that they are, no matter who they are very passionate to talk about the new episode when it's just dropped. So, something I would like to do, and something that I'm going to be doing, as of this Saturday, is every Saturday morning from 9 AM till around 10 AM, I'll be live streaming here on this YouTube channel, reviewing every single episode, pretty much with my initial reaction. The episodes apparently arrive on BBC iPlayer at 8 AM UK time. I'll be sitting down with a cup of tea to watch it at 8 o'clock AM, 45-minute episodes. Should give me enough time to freshen up in between the episode and the live stream at 9 AM. So yeah, 9 AM every Saturday, unless I can't make it and I'm physically away from my home desk. I will be talking about the latest Doctor Who episodes as soon as they are out on the internet. So that is exciting. That's exciting. You're going to get some content from me. You're going to get some actual fucking content from me. So this will be the last Who Bulletin on a Tuesday for a little while. And it also will be our last Twitch stream. So usually after we do Tuesday live streams and talk about Doctor Who, after about 8 o'clock, we usually go over to twitch.tv/gbsheard, linked below, where we play some video games and chat a bit more about Doctor Who, chat a bit more about anything really, whilst playing some video games in the background. Recently we've been playing The Last of Us Part 2, and tonight we're not doing that. I thought because it's our last Twitch stream for probably about 2 months while the Doctor Who season's on, I will be sort of sending it off in style, and that will be playing Fortnite as Sabrina Carpenter. So that should be very fun and crazy and whatever the fuck that's going to be. And that will be starting at 8 PM tonight. So you can tune over there in just under an hour over to Twitch to see me play as Sabrina Carpenter on Fortnite. That's everything though, yeah. So from this week on, it's going to be a little bit different. I'm going to be shouting all about it, don't you worry. And this live stream, when it ends, will automatically redirect to the next live stream. So you can keep your eyes peeled on that. I am very excited for this series in terms of making content again. I'm very enthused, let's say. But before we talk about Season 2 in its entirety, let's go over to our one and only weekly segment here on the Who Bulletin. And that is a Whodle. Let's go over to the Whodle. There we go. So, we get a frame of a Doctor Who episode. I don't know if this was the last one. That's definitely the last one. Last time we had these fucking April Fool's captions, which were brilliant. And if we get a bit of time, I wouldn't mind having a crack at them again. Don't know how long that'll take, but I do want. I'm determined to give it a go and get it back, get it right. Immediately not very sure with this one. I'm gonna say Girl Who Died because I'm sort of getting the. No, completely wrong. Some sort of voodoo-y kind of thing going on here. Oh my word. What is that? This is really confusing me. It feels like Matt Smith, maybe? Oh, I'm not sure. Oh my god, I'm just gonna throw random ones out there. Oh, Curse the Black Spot. Fuck's sake. Yeah, fair enough. That one completely threw me. I can't even work out what I'm looking at there. Yeah. It was Naked Rory that got it. Some sort of explosion. Maybe a more recent explosion, perhaps? Really trying to wrap my brain here. That one's... I'll say Wild Blue Yonder, even though I know it's not. It's way older than that. The BBC logo's confusing me because it's this new screenshot. Fuck's sake. I can't use that logic anymore. Parting of the Ways. Yeah. Didn't get it from that, but that. Yeah, that's pretty straightforward. I don't know this guy. What the fuck? Hang on. Who is this? Oh god. God blimey. I'm struggling with this. I'm feeling like series 3 maybe. Oh, Daleks in Manhattan. Yeah. Yeah. Cool. Nice. Fun. God, is that actually what it looked like? The CGI was great, but also kind of flawed in certain areas. You can tell they didn't actually shoot in New York, but hey, good job considering that they didn't. Oh, Sonic Saturday. Guess we're listening now. I'm usually quite good with music, but I'm not getting that one at all. Nah, not a fucking chance. Partners in Crime. Could be Doctor's daughter. Yeah, it's the bubbles. It's the bubbles that got it.
Somebody tells me this isn't about to check my blood pressure.
Yeah, the DNA machine.
Month, day.
Yeah.
What you gonna do? Tell my dad.
Yeah. My name's Maisie. Forest of the Night. No. Mystery Shopper. Oh, great. Mystery Shopper. I remember this dialogue, but I can't fucking tell you which episode it's from. I think it's more recent. I just guess random ones at this rate. Oh, fuck. It's Mummy on the Orient Express. Yeah, very good. Amazing, yeah, that was her name. Who knows, man. Trying to remember where the fuck this was, but this looks like a Jodie era special effect. I'm guessing The Vanquishers? No, I was one off though. Fuck. so close. Got it with the fucking, yeah, Eve of the Daleks. Very good, very good, very good. Nightmare in Silver. Oh god, that infamous fucking screenshot of that horrible dialogue at the end of that episode, which is of course written by Neil Gaiman. Brilliant. Absolutely horrendous. Jesus Christ. Well, there's your Whodle for the week, ladies and gents. Beautiful. So we haven't really got much news to talk about. I think we've talked about a lot of it. Like, we've talked about the basics. We've talked about the series. We've talked about the trailers. We've talked about the episode titles. We've talked about pretty much everything we know thus far. We've talked about even the rumours that we didn't really want to address and talk about too deeply in terms of too spoilery. We didn't want to talk about them either. So we've been really careful to sort of not, say much more. Because I think there's not really much more we can go into with. Now, I will talk about this. The Black Archive. Love the Black Archive. These guys are the best. This is a website which I've ranted about. I'm not being paid to say this, by the way, which means it's going to be complimentary. They basically have an archive of really HD photos from different eras of Doctor Who. I have used this website for years to make my thumbnails, to make any sort of art that I've done. Because it just compiles all, and it's great as well when you go back to the Ninth Doctor. It really compiles good HD graphics of like the Doctors and like the photo shoots and stuff, which is really helpful when you're making art, because you get stuff that's really high def like this, which takes like a year to load in, especially when I'm streaming. God, look how crisp that hairline is. And yeah, you get a bunch of different stuff, which is great, that I just would never have known how to find otherwise, like graphics and stuff, numerical Gallifreyan numbering system from the like early years, time vortex cutouts. So this is a great website, and they are still running, thank God, because there was a point in time where I did hear that they'd be stopping, but I did want to mention that they have updated their section of the website for the Robot Revolution, which now contains another 50 new photos from the episode, so I thought we could kind of briefly talk about that. Admittedly, though, there isn't too much to talk about, and there isn't an easy gallery of these. It's very much just a case of clicking on an image and letting it load in, so I'm not going to do too much of that, because it will take ages. But we have a lot of stuff of the actual planet, the planet of Miss Belinda Chandra planet, and whatever that story is with this thing. I didn't realise you were actually in the chat, so I wasn't even intending to glaze you that hard, but yeah, completely just like absolutely love this website, and the guy who runs it, like, just, you have no idea like how amazing it is to have, and you can see it's on my bookmarks right near the top, just next to Josh Snares' Tumblr, I believe, for his fucking Doctor Who Flash game links. Yeah, this is a site that I have used for years and years and years and years and years. In fact, I'll fucking link it. This guy does fucking have it linked in chat. It is, if you've never used it, you've just, congratulations, you've just found a new website, which is absolutely brilliant for this sort of stuff. And to the best of my knowledge, haven't used AI upscaling, which is great, because some other sites have started doing that, and this is just like raw, high-def images. I do not know where they find it, but yeah, I just absolutely, I used it for this thumbnail, for this live stream thumbnail. I used this photo, so yeah, you can't get more HD than that. It's banging. Yes, we get some good stuff here. We do get an interesting photo of Mrs. Flood, which I think is interesting. We did have a theory that she might be Belinda's neighbour now, or like she was Ruby's neighbour. So she's just kind of like keeping an eye on everything that's going on. Again, she's not really a real person. She's just kind of playing these characters and kind of fucking about and just kind of watching the Doctor, I guess. Not that the Doctor's aware, or is the Doctor aware? I would kind of like, in this episode, for the Doctor to become aware of Mrs. Flood being there and being like, what the fuck are you doing here? You live next to Ruby. So I would love that to happen, and then the Doctor can't get back to Earth. So the Doctor is like, I'm going to come back and speak to you again, because that is fucking concerning. You're very strange, Mrs. Flood, but I need to sort this shit out, and then he can't get back to Earth. Would be quite interesting, and I'm quite a fan of that. So there, very interesting. We've got some hospital shots, which are really great. Yeah, really cool to see. And this is my favourite 14th, 15th Doctor outfit yet. Honestly, I genuinely think this is my favourite of his outfits. A lot of people aren't too keen because it's a skirt, but I don't even see it as a skirt. I see it as a kilt. It's like a pinstripe kilt and this gorgeous jacket, but even underneath that, it's like, yeah. But this whole look is just, for me, like, iconic. And it's a shame that it's probably only going to be relegated to the first half of this story, as it seems like he does change into the native planet looks there. But I absolutely love all of this. Yeah, it looks great. I can't lie. Even the hospital stuff, I'm like, okay, this looks pretty good. You got the star certificate stuff here, so you can lean into that side of the story. You can really pick that apart. Got some stuff with her colleagues, which is great to see. So, like, give her a bit of a life and a backstory. A lovely shot here of her flying past, presumably Mars, maybe. Holding the star certificate. Yeah, a bunch of stuff. A bunch of, like, soldiers and stuff. In terms of, like, actual battle scenes. This seems quite interesting. Yeah. Like, I don't know exactly what this is going to end up being. But I'm certainly excited to see what this story is like. We're not going to go over reviews of this episode that have been in the press because I feel like we could pick it apart all day, and the fact of the matter is that is just one person's opinion. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I don't know. I'm not going to read through other people's fucking reviews. Like, I'll my opinion of this episode will be out as soon as the episode ends and we start streaming pretty much on Saturday morning. So again, if you didn't catch that announcement before, do check in on Saturday morning to join along on the next live stream that we do, where we do our initial reaction review. It's going to be every single Saturday from 9 till 10-ish after the episode goes live on BBC iPlayer. So yeah, that'll be fun. I also wanted to mention this as well, Discord server. No, it's not really particularly news, but we do have a Discord server. If you're not in our little community, it's a lovely little place to be. We'll be talking about shite all day, mostly Sabrina Carpenter, to be honest with you, because this is happening at 8 o'clock. But we do have a Doctor Who live chat room, which has been dormant since last year, so that will start to be populated when an episode comes out, which is really nice. But we've got a lovely little community of people here, and if you're not already in it, would love you guys to join. It is linked in the description below. And yeah, please, feel free to join. No pressure if not, but this is our little Discord community if you want to be one of our regular viewers and be interacting with how we put the live streams together and what ideas we do for Twitch streams and all that sort of thing. It's really the place to be for all the content that I put out. Begging for my heart for season 2 to appear, but I really don't think it's going to appear unless we get a banger episode. I think it's one of those things for me where I didn't feel it, and especially off the back of the Christmas special, I was very deflated. Like, I was like, I just don't care about season 2. Like, I'm just not looking forward to it. I just didn't have any energy going into it. I really wasn't bothered. In my opinion, anyway, I was just like, I didn't really care. But now the trailers have come out, and now we're sort of here, and there's all these theories. Do you know the thing that excites me the most, right? Is every other season, even season 1, right? We kind of knew Sutek was coming back, right? We kind of guessed. Like, everyone was joking about it, but everyone had made the predictions and the theories and the rumours that Sutek was going to return. So for me, going into season 1, there wasn't many surprises, because the Sutek thing was like, yeah, Sutek. And I'm sure the spoiler of whoever Mrs. Flood is has been rumoured or theorised somewhere or leaked. But I'm going into the season where, and I say this in this week's Nostalgia Bait episode, which is all about Doctor Who, I'm kind of, I don't know, I'm kind of going into it without knowing what the finale is really about, which I love, because that's what it used to be like watching Doctor Who. I didn't know anything going into it. I didn't know what it would be like. I didn't know what the story was going to be vaguely at all. And I like that. It's fun. So that energy's kind of building in me now a little bit, and part of me is very excited. But I think I'm going to be more excited for the episodes that I am excited for. Do you know what I mean? I think Lux will be a good one. I think The Well will be fucking interesting if those rumours are true. I have to say I'm quite excited about that if they are true. One of those people. I'm one of those annoying people. Episode 5, Episode 6. I'm excited for both of those. I'm excited for the 2-part finale. Like, I'm excited for a bunch of it. I'm excited to see what they do with it. And for me, the way it's always been phrased in my mind and how Russell sort of seemed to say it is that it's a 2-season story. Season 1 doesn't answer every question because Season 2 is still to come. And that is like a 2-season arc that was written at the same time, was like shot at the same time, was put together at the same time. It's a 2-season arc, and if Doctor Who gets renewed at Disney Plus, for example, it'll be a Season 3 and Season 4, and those 2 seasons will also be their own story arc, right? That's what I'm excited about. Yeah, I see what you mean about not clicking with Ruby, and I think the feeling deflated is not too bad. I rewatched some of Season 1 recently, so I rewatched Space Babies, The Devil's Chord, I rewatched 73 Yards, I rewatched Rogue, and then I rewatched the 2-part finale. I missed out Boom, because I feel like I've seen it enough times anyway, and I know it's good. And I missed out Dot and Bubble, because I just didn't really fancy revisiting that, to be honest with you. The other episodes, I was pleasantly surprised with. I can't lie to you, when I rewatched Space Babies, I was kind of in awe at how visually good it looked. And how visually amazing Doctor Who does look now. I think that's my problem, is everyone's a little bit blinded by nostalgia. Like, I've been recently rewatching the Tennant era with my girlfriend who's never seen Doctor Who before and doesn't really love it that much, and that's an overstatement. I think it's fair to say that it's like really interesting because you watch it through someone else's eyes, and when you watch it through someone else's eyes, you're like, wow, this is of its time. Like, it is dated. Like, the CGI is a bit rough around the edges. Like, the visually, it's very like, you know, all over the place. But you just kind of forget. It's like, like, this actually looks really good, Doctor Who now, and it is really impressive. Some stuff doesn't. Some stuff, I thought Joy to the World was a shocker, and I'm not rewatching that. I've watched it twice. I'm not rewatching it again. I can't be bothered. Some of it was good. I think most of the story was pretty good, but like the finale of it and the conclusion was just whack. I don't enjoy Space Babies, but I enjoyed rewatching it because I was like, you know what? It's only the talking babies. It's only the talking babies I don't like. The dynamic between 15 and Ruby's good. The other actress is pretty good. The bogeyman's a decent monster, like run around corridors and all that sort of thing. The snot reveal and the delivery of the lines from Shooty is brilliant. And even the ending, the harking back to the last of the species and all that sort of thing, and him saving the monster, he's like, that's good stuff. That's good stuff that this episode didn't need to be. It's just the goofy fucking talking babies that I didn't like, and I think that's a fair point. For me, I'm excited for The Well. And I think Belinda will be a good companion. I think because she's not going to immediately be fucking in love with the Doctor or whatever, I think it'll be a bit more interesting. I didn't click entirely with Ruby, but I did like her character, but I just think they could have done more with her. And that's why I'm excited to see more of her in this season. Yeah. No, I can't hate Space Babies. It's just sort of like, whatever. But the thing for me that annoys me is that it's the first episode of the season. So a lot of people that I know gave Doctor Who another chance and watched Space Babies and were like, this is shit. And it's so fucking annoying because it's like, well, actually there was some other good stuff in there that they probably would have really enjoyed. What episode in this series am I least anticipating? Honestly, like, the one that I'm least excited for going into it. So for me, I discount the finale because the Reality War and Wish World I know nothing about. So I can't remotely be excited for that. That's completely unfair. So I remove those two from the equation. I result to just the remaining 6. At the bottom probably is Robot Revolution because it's the opening episode. It's like in my head, I feel like I can kind of understand what this is going to be. It's 45 minutes. And what I already know about the episode is a lot plot to cover up, right? So I'm sort of like, yeah, we'll see what happens. And then you've got Lux, which I think will be brilliant. I think you've got The Well, which if they do what the rumour says they're going to do, or the leak says they're going to do, or whatever, if it's that, I'm fucking game. Like, I've had a week and a bit to think about this. I am locked in, and I am so here for it. 100%. 100%. Can't wait for the while. But, depends on how they do it, obviously, but I'm here for it. I'm here for the dumb fuckery. Doctor Who fans are too precious. It's like when Bi-Generation happened. I watched it and I was like, oh, that's going to be controversial, but I don't mind. It works, decent. It's a fun plot point. It's different. Spices it up a little bit. It's fine. It's not the same fucking thing over and over again. And I think that worked. I think it worked. People are still up in arms about it. I don't care. Same with The Timeless Child. I'm like, it's interesting. It doesn't ruin anything because it doesn't actually have that big of a grip on your life. Doctor Who has never been this one vision constructed show. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's always been something that changes every few years, and if you don't like one bit of canon, the next showrunner will probably just never touch it again, so it's fine. So I don't care if the well ruins an old episode or tarnishes it. I don't think it ever can, because they're separate episodes in completely separate eras, and I don't care enough about it to be like, oh my god, you're gonna ruin it. It's like, I don't care if it's a sort of like soft sequel to an old episode, and if it's this particular episode that people think it is, I think it can work. And if it does, hey, I say this, and again, I'm sort of rehashing points that I make in this week's Nostalgia Bit episode where we talk about this. For me, I'm like, I would much rather take like a soft sequel to an old popular episode than fucking CGI William Hartnell show up, or some fucking random ass, or like John Sim rocks up again, like some random ass cameo. Like, obviously exciting, but it is, without making a pun of it, nostalgia bait. It completely is. You've got, on one hand, it's like bringing back an actor and going, oh my god, big twist, it's this guy. Who cares? Who cares if Mrs. Flood is the fucking Rani? I don't care. I just want her to be a good character. I don't care if she's the Rani. I don't care if she's got some historical context. I care that she's a good, well-written character and a good villain. That's what I want. I don't care if she's an original villain or something. I think she needs to sort of be a returning one, but, you know, if she's not, then just make her a good villain. Yeah. Yeah. Hi, Connie. Check Slack. Oh, you have. Yeah. It's getting like a really soft sequel. Like a couple of lines, these leaks tend to over-exaggerate things. I think possibly, but then I also think the monster focus and the whole thing of like the Doctor being like, oh, I've been here before, I think is going to be an interesting part of that. For me, I don't care. They could go balls to the wall and make it a proper sequel and make it impossible to sort of forget about. I don't care. Like, that's cool to me. I'd rather that than a shit filler episode of like them, you know, just connecting it to previous Who is interesting. You don't have to bring someone back to make it like, oh my god, do you remember this actor? But you can do it where it's like, oh, this is kind of like on the same planet as this. It's, you know what I love? Underrated, completely underrated, right? We'll go back to the random 3-part story of New Earth from the early Russell T Davies era, right? Right? And it was done for budget reasons as well, I think, but also just creative reasons, I think is fascinating, right? So you have End of the World, right, with Rose and Nine. It's the first adventure off Earth. You don't see New Earth, but you're implied by this Earth a long time in the future, and you've got the richest and highest society people. You've got Face of Bull, and you've got Cassandra, 2 important figures. We then go to New Earth in Season 2, Series 2. God, I'm getting really confused now. Series 2, you got Cassandra, who's sort of burnt up there, and the Face of Bull, and then you've got the Cat Nuns and all that sort of thing. And then Gridlock, which is the Face of Bull and the Cat Nuns, and it's set on New Earth. It's just in the deeper parts of New Earth, and it shows what's happened to New Earth as a society, and it's a really happy, hopeful ending of that story. And I love that because it doesn't really fucking like matter. You can watch all 3 episodes completely separately, but they are connected intrinsically. They have the same story throughout. You know, you can follow 1, 2, and 3. You could watch all 3 of them and watch from the perspective of the people on New Earth. You could watch the Face of Bull perspective of these stories if you like. But what I'm saying is like, you can do sequels to stories without it being like smacking you over the head with it. That's, yeah. And I like that. It's the same thing with what Chibnall did, where he did a 2-parter over 2 series. He did Resolution and Revolution of the Daleks, and those two Revolution of the Daleks was a direct sequel to Resolution. It took place. It happened about a year and a bit later because of when the series came out, but it worked because it was part 1 and part 2, and you could actually watch those two back to back, and you could enjoy it. It was good. It was really good. I mean, if you want to even go technically, you can kind of go Arachnids in the UK, Resolution, and then Revolution of the Daleks as like a trilogy in the Chibnall era. I like that. I like that a lot. And if they make an episode of the new era a sort of soft sequel to an older episode, I'm game with that. If they ruin some of the mythology and the mystery behind it, I don't give that much of a shit, to be honest. Like, I don't really care at all. Like, I'll still be able to enjoy the original story, knowing that it never had a sequel in mind when that was written. We'll see. The annoying thing is, when The Well comes out, it's the only one where I don't think I'm going to be at my desk to be able to, like, do a live stream after. So you're going to have to just rely on Twitter for all my insights on that until we do a live stream at some point whenever I'm back and can do a live stream. So that's the only episode where I might not be there immediately for, which is kind of annoying because that's probably where there's going to be the most to talk about. But I am fucking excited. I don't care. That's a fucking great idea, to be honest, and I'm here for it. Dear me. And then we've got... Yeah, and like a Meep sequel would be great, right? Because the Meep needs to come back at some point, surely, or just something to do with the boss, because you had relevance. I presume the boss is gonna be fucking Anita Dobson, right? Surely it's gonna be Mrs. Flood, because the Meep mentioned the boss, your Rogue mentioned the boss. Like, there's gonna be. I feel like it's a no-brainer for me, really. But, I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but, yeah, that's all that comes to my mind. The only other thing that was interesting that people talked about, which I do want to talk about briefly, because I completely forgot about this, was in Lucky Day, there is going to be some flashback sequences. Some flashback sequences with the Doctor, which is very interesting. So, they revealed this photo, which is an interesting one. So there's a few things to take away from this. First of all, what has he got in his hand? Second of all, why has she got green slime on her? And third of all, what is she wearing and what relevance does that have? So Shooty is wearing his outfit from Space Babies, I believe. Space Babies? I could be wrong because you can't really see the top that's under his coat, but it's his sort of general coat, right, which he's worn in only a handful of episodes. Church and Ruby Road, Space Babies, and Joy to the World. Ruby is wearing the jacket. Ruby is wearing the jacket from Space Babies and Church and Ruby Road, but with the outfit underneath, which is sort of like a tartan blue, very much matches her outfit from the Devil's Cord. So we'll go to that. Give me a second to pull that up. So there are, you probably won't be able to see it because all the stills will be from, that's annoying. Basically, the beginning of the Devil's Cord, Ruby wears this outfit, but not with the coat on. She wears like a blue tartan outfit. In the background of this shot, you can't see it in this, but there was a behind-the-scenes video which was released, and you can see shop window dummies in the background. And green slime, something in a vial, shop window dummies. A lot of people are theorizing, and I really hope this is right, that Lucky Day will have a flashback to a story that we haven't seen between Ruby and the Doctor, and that will be an Auton story. He's holding anti-plastic. Ruby's got the green slime on her from the classic Who Autons, and there are shop window dummies. Now let me see if I can find this behind-the-scenes thing, because when you see the behind-the-scenes thing, and you see the shop window dummies, you see that. Let's have a look. You see that, and then all those connections, and I'm like, oh my god, yeah, they're doing an Auton story.
Crowdfunding.
Okay. It looks like they're doing an Auton mini-sode inside of Lucky Day, which is cool as fuck, in my opinion. So they released a behind-the-scenes thing. I don't really care about most of this. You can kind of see this all yourself on YouTube. There's a bunch of good stuff in here, of course. I'm trying to find the exact shot that we're looking for. I mean, you get a few bits here. So he is wearing his outfit from the Church on Ruby Road, and not Space Babies. She's wearing her Devil's Cord starting outfit with the jacket over. So it could be implied that this story takes place between Space Babies and Devil's Cord, to perhaps we fill the gap of that 6 months. And here is that shot. I love it, 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 I love it. Dummy, sort of covered things. He pulls out... Well, he doesn't. He puts his hands in his pockets in that shot. And then in this shot, he's pulled his hand back out and he's got a vial of something. Now, remember, obviously, the story Rose, we all know it. Auton's little vial of anti-plastic. I know it's not the same colour or the same style, but it's the same sort of thing. The green slime, I can't really remember. Auton, green slime. Wonder if it'll even show it. Probably not. Nope. Doctor Who. Classic. There was a green slime thing. Now, I haven't seen this story, so I'm trying to find a specific thing from something that I don't know. I think it was from Spearhead. Either way, they had some sort of green slime came off them. So I do wonder if they're trying to hark back to that a little bit. Now, maybe over-theorizing completely, but that's 3 things where I'm like, maybe too much to be coincidence. Shop window dummies, something that looks like anti-plastic, and green slime. Could be many things, but in my mind, I'm like, oh, that's a cool little connection. But either way, the Doctor and Ruby are getting another little mini story inside of Lucky Day, which will probably be relevant for the actual story. Now, I presume it won't be an Auton thing, and the only reason I would say that is because there's no reason they would film all of this context for an episode that's supposed to be Dr. Light. If it was just some random side plot with the Autons, unless Lucky Day had an Auton story in it, which it wasn't anyway. But if anyone was going to do it, Pete McTeague would make sense. I mean, he's done stuff before. He's a big classic Doctor Who fan. He knows his shit. And the Henrik's pick on one of the newspapers for Lucky Day teaser is a good call that I forgot. Yeah. Very cool. Very cool. So my notes, my thoughts, my final thoughts. So, in case you missed it before, I'll kind of talk about again what my plans are for covering the new series of Doctor Who. So, every single Saturday, in the UK, Doctor Who will be on iPlayer at 8 AM. Once you've watched Doctor Who at 8 AM, you can pop over to this YouTube channel here, and from 9 AM, we'll be talking about the newest Doctor Who episodes. We'll be talking about our live reactions, our live thoughts and feelings and emotions and reviews and all that sort of lovely stuff. And that will be happening weekly. The only episode that won't happen for is The Well, but we'll get to that when we come to it. You'll be able to see I have got... I mean, I can even probably put it on the screen. Oh, for fuck's sake. I knew it would do this. Fucking joke. So we'll be streaming, yes, every single Saturday, pretty much. Touch wood. Most Saturdays of this series. As soon as the episode has gone live, we'll be doing our thing. And yeah. Don't know what I'm saying now. Talk, George, talk. So we'll be doing that every Saturday from 9 AM till 10 AM. We'll be watching the episode, and then I'll be coming straight to my computer, and we'll be talking about it on a live stream just like this. So if you want to tune into our weekly live streams for the next 8 weeks, it will be mostly on a Saturday morning, UK time. So make sure you tune into them, because it will be a completely different time to what we've streamed before. So just be aware of that, of course. But yeah, that's that. The only other thing I was going to sort of mention, yes, there'll be no more Twitch streams either for the next 8 weeks. We're going to take a bit of time off. So tonight will be our final Twitch live stream, which is going to start at 8 o'clock over on Twitch. We'll transition from here over to Twitch, and you can join us over on there as we play a bit of Fortnite. And it's a lot of fun. But yes, the only other thing I do want to mention, as per, obviously, is the podcast. So we have a podcast called Nostalgia Bait, of course. There won't be any spoilers in the thumbnails or titles, because I'll be making the thumbnails and titles long before the episode actually comes out. So yeah, don't worry about that at all. Yeah, so we'll talk about the Slovene Surfer thing when I'm actually streaming on Twitch. Podcast Nostalgia Bait. You all know I've got a podcast. This is no surprise by now. Ha ha ha. But this week's podcast episode's episode 58, and we'll be talking about Doctor Who Season 2. So if you want my proper little preview, me and Cooper talk about our thoughts going into Season 2, our disappointments from Season 1, and our expectations for every single episode and what we think is going to be our favourite, least favourite, etc. So if you are interested in some more Doctor Who content from me this week, it'll be coming out on all of the Nostalgia Bait platforms. On YouTube here, where you can subscribe, and of course on Spotify as well. So yeah, have fun with that. I'll be sharing that around later this week, but that comes out on Thursday. So of course, as a podcast, we've been waffling about this for the last year. We've had a new podcast episode every single Thursday from 10 a.m. without fail for over a year now, which is fucking crazy. But this week is a Doctor Who one, so I want to tell you guys about it because we don't always talk about Doctor Who on here. We do cover a wide range of topics, but when we do talk about Doctor Who, it is time to tell you guys all about it. So yes. Thank you for tuning in, and that'll be that over there, so definitely check that out. In the meantime, we can either do one or two things, and I'll leave it up to you guys for what we do for the last sort of 15 minutes of this. Do we try and do some sort of Doctor Who quiz game thing, or do we do 13? It's completely up to you. And I'm going to leave that up to you to vote for. In the chat now, you can vote. So it's a Sporcle quiz, or we'll do 13. It's completely up to you. Whatever you think is going to be more fun or enjoyable. I mean, I'll be chatting whilst I'm doing it, to be honest with you. But we sort of like to wrap it up here with about 15 minutes to go and chat about that a little bit before we go over to Twitch. Damn, you all like the Sporcle stuff. Cool. We'll go to Sporcle. So. We know the Doctor Who Sporcle games are good, but I need to find some actual good ones. Did we do the one we did last week with the stupid titles? That was awful. That was really awful. Yeah. I feel like some of these are actually very stupid. We say this every time. I'm not playing Slovene Surfer. I'm not getting up the emulator just to play fucking Slovene Surfer. Can you get the missing word from these Doctor Who episodes? Well, that's too easy, man. I need more than that. Which one should I do, guys? Should we do the one that we talked about last week with the fucking daft names? Do you know the one with all the daft shite? Or was that boring? That could have been boring. This is the one with the descriptive titles. Classic Doctor Who companions in chronological order. Oh, that's good. That'll put my knowledge to the test. So I don't really know too much of... Classic Who, really. I have my knowledge, but I'm not the best at it. But we'll give it a shot. This should be fun. Oh, God, this is proper clever. Okay. Right, let's go. Liz Shaw, I think, was Spearhead from Space, but let's just put that there for now. K9, we'll put him a bit further down. Leela could actually be Time Warrior, to be honest with you. No, that's wrong. That's Sarah Jane. Face of Evil, Leela, I think. Yep. Oh god, it's trying to get the order right because all of them move it down as well. That's the thing. Right, let's go straight to the top. Who's after Pryor? Right, Susan. Where is Susan Foreman? Right. Ian and Barbara. The Rescue. This is where I start to lose my knowledge. Stephen Taylor, maybe. Katarina. Yeah, she dies quite quickly, doesn't she? Toya after Ben and Polly. Taylor is Jamie. Jamie's higher than that. Jamie, I mean, Jamie is the Highlanders, but there's definitely more. Vicky, Joe Grant, Mel Bush. Dodo, of course. Dodo's up here. Leela. No, we've already moved. Vicky Pallister. I don't recognise that, so that's going up here. Welcome, Lonely Assassin. Hope you're having a good time. I'm currently shitting myself and about getting shit on. Okay, yes. I don't know my first Doctor very well, but I'm assuming this has to be Ben and Polly. The order of these are probably wrong. Highlanders, yes. Victoria for Evil of the Daleks, possibly. That's wrong, hang on. Wheel in Space. Perry, no, Perry's later. Liz Shaw's a bit higher. God, Terror of the Spearhead from Space was Liz Shaw. Terror of the Autons. Oh, Jill Grant. I'm being a right donkey. Yes. Okay, Turlo was later. So who started in Wheel in Space? Zoe? Could be Zoe. Oh, I'm really bad with this. I'm really, really bad with this. This is really embarrassing, actually. Join the Doctor and Robot. Harry Sullivan. Yes, that's correct. And then it was Adric. That was it. Adric. Then Nissa and Tegan. But that was a lot later. Leela first. No. No, that's Harry Sullivan. The Face of Evil, yes, maybe. K9. Romana. Was Romana before or after K9? This is my thing where I just don't know some basics and it's ridiculous. Logopolis, that's right. Chameleon. No, I think Turlo's there. King's Demons, I think, is Chameleon. Planet of Fire. Perry. Then Mel, then Ace. I've definitely got some of these right. I think I'm right with some of it. Guesses remaining. Okay, we'll submit that. Okay, that's wrong. So it's Katarina then. That's wrong. There, see, I wasn't that far off, man. Not far, not far. I had a few that I didn't know. So Romana was after K9. So that's fair enough. Right, I'll remember that next time. That's quite a little good one. I like that. It was quite good. Let's have a look what else we've got here. Doctor Who episodes in French. We'll try it. Fuck it. Why not? Oh, Christ. What the fuck is this going to be then? Oh, Parting of the Ways. Of course. Yes. No. Fuck off, Rose. Dalek. It's a bit easy, those ones. I really don't know I don't know French. I don't speak French. This is not a good one to do, is it? Oh, fuck me. Oh, God. This is shocking. This is absolutely terrible. Interminable. No? Oh, fuck me. This is terrible. Oh, I'm just guessing. That was Dr. Dance's. Fuck off, you cunt. I'm not doing that. That's shit. I just got completely rage quit. Liz was Spearhead. Oh my word. Oh my word. The classic one was good. Doctor Who episode by Susan Twist. Christ, some of these are going to be crap. Oh, Space Babies. Rogue. Dot and Bubble. 73 Yards. Devil's Cord. Boom. Church and Ruby Road. Legend of Ruby Sunday. Piss easy. That was a fucking piece of piss. Doctor Who episodes by audio clip. That is more like it. Oh dear, no, this might be a bit crap. You never know. Oh God, where have I gone? There we go.
Everybody knows that everybody
Can we play that?
dies.
Oh.
And nobody knows it like the Doctor.
Yeah, I don't think I can get away with a copyright on that one, my guy. that's not going to happen, I don't think. Spell it, Doctor Who. Fuck it. Huh? What? Nodal. Oh, I have to just write it all out. Okay. Yaz. 9th Doctor. TARDIS. Jack. 4th Doctor. Leela. Fucking Time Lord. I can't remember what her name is. I don't know what the other fucking ones are. Elrad, Elrad or something like that. No, maybe I'm wrong. Okay. Yep, that's not happening. Some good ones here. The Companions one was good. Doctor Who Arrivals and Departures. Let's play this one. Dragonfire Survival. Oh right, we're doing the same thing again. Ace. Partners Crown Journey's End. Donna. Yeah. Woman Who Fell to Earth. Power of the Doctor. Yaz. Terror of the Vervoids. Dragonfire. Oh God, next. Halloween Apocalypse. Power of the Doctor. Dan. Chase and the Savages. Is that not? Clara. Can we come back to them? Can we come back? Can we loop round? I feel like it's going to loop round, isn't it? Okay, let's do all the modern Who ones first. Just get them sort of out of the fucking way. Although that we can do that. Ian and Barbara. Mordred Undead, Planet of Fire. Fuck me. Alright, Turlo. Yeah. Time Warrior, Hand of Fear. That's Sarah Jane. Terror of Autons, Green Death. Joe Grant? Joe. There we go. Pilot of Dr. Falls, 11th Hour, Manhattan, Spirit from Space, Inferno. Robot, Terror of the Zygons, Harry Sullivan. Highlanders to the War Games, Jamie, Woman Who Fell to Earth, Daleks, Rose, Doomsday, Rose, Smith, Joseph, Martha, Evil the Daleks, Fury of the Deep. Victoria, yes. Planet of Fire, Mind Warp. I genuinely, not a clue. Terror of the Voids, Dragonfire. Dragonfire. Mel? Yeah. Chase, Savages. Stephen? Yep. First of Evil, Invasion of Time. Leela, Rebels Operation, Warriors Gate. Romana. Keeper of Trarkin Terminus. Ooh, Tegan. No, it wasn't Tegan, man. Fucking hell, it was Nissa. Look up Bliss, Resurrection of the Daleks. That's Tegan. Ah. Got it almost. Which companion was only the Daleks Master Plan? Katarina, isn't it? Oh, this will be good. Doctor Who, which season? Okay, Inferno. Because I'm trying to I haven't to really think because I don't know them off the top of my head. I'm trying to picture which one it could be. So season 8. Oh God, fuck off. Ultimate 4. I don't know which is familiar. Right. Oh, this is really confusing. Series 9. Damon season 8. Seeds of Doom. 9? No. Talons of Wang Cheng. That's 14. Human Nature. Series 3. Vincent. Series 5. Remembrance of the Daleks. Season 23. Ah, 2. Fuck. Web of Fear. Season 4? No. Oh, fuck's sake. Dark Invasion of Earth. Season 2. Power of the Daleks. Power of the Daleks. That's season 4. Name of the Doctor. Series 7. Empty Child. 1. Case of Androzani. 20... fucking 2? No, 23. Shit. I'm getting them off by like a couple. City of Death. 17. Keeper of Traken. 18. War Games. 6? Yeah. Time Warrior. 9. No, 10. Kenda. My favourite kind of chocolate. Dude, seriously, I'm terrible with classic. Terrible with classic. No, it obviously wasn't that. Curse of Fenric 26. Sea Devils. Season 9. There we go. Dalek's Master Plan. Season 3. Stones of Blood. Not a clue. Vengeance on Varos. Ugh. Oh, wow. Good guess. Doctor's Wife. Series 6. Horror of Fang Rock. That's Series 15. Dragonfire. 23. I don't fucking know. 21. Enlightenment. Oh, God. When the fuck was Enlightenment again? Was that season 23? No? Listen. Oh, fuck off. The Aztecs. That's season 1, isn't it? Genesis of the Daleks. Season 12. Ultimate 4. That's 20. That was 23 is fucking Trail of a Time Lord, man. Sons of Blood. Not sure. 20. I don't know. Green Death is 10, man. I thing is, I did know that as well. I just did not think. Right, well, I think we're wrapping up now. We'll do one game of 13, and then we are well and truly done for this evening, and well and truly done for the Tuesday streams. So, as I said before, please do, and if you're watching on catch-up or any catch-up, Jesus Christ, if you're watching on the channel after this stream has been live already, Saturdays from 9 a.m. Christ. Saturdays from 9 a.m. after the episode has gone live, we'll be talking about it on this YouTube channel. So stay tuned for more of that content. More theories and reviews in the future. And once the finale for Season 2 has come out, we'll be coming back to our normal Tuesday slots just like this. We're not wrapping up just yet. As I said, we're playing a bit of 13 first, so let me be. But when we do wrap up, please, please, please do join us over on twitch.tv/gbsheard, where we will be playing Fortnite tonight. Not just any Fortnite, but we'll be playing Fortnite dressed as Sabrina Carpenter. Yes, after many years of playing Fortnite on and off for free, I barely played it for that long, to be honest with you, of many months of playing Fortnite for free on random Twitch streams, I have finally caved and spent actual money. I've spent fucking £14 of my own money just to be dressed as Sabrina Carpenter in Fortnite. So if that isn't worth you at least clicking and giving our Twitch stream a chance tonight, I do not know what is. I spent genuine, real earth money today. So, once again, please join us over on Twitch at 8 o'clock. It's 8 o'clock now, George. We'll be doing, as soon as we finish this episode of this game of 13, we'll be going over to Twitch, so do join us on there. The link is in the description below. In the meantime, ask me any questions you fancy asking. And any we don't answer, we will answer over on Twitch. And also, as well, while you're looking in the fucking description, check out all the other links that are there. I've got my social medias on there if you're not already following me on Twitter and Instagram. But I also do have a film that I made, my first short film, and you can check that out as well. I've got all my links in one place, and that is the descriptions of my live streams. We're going to be making so many Sabrina Carpenter jokes throughout this stream. Just you wait. Benton. Of course, Sergeant Benton. Wouldn't exactly call him a companion, but then you could also say the same thing about plenty of New Who companions who have travelled with the TARDIS. Like, is Canton Everett Delaware III, is he a companion? Is he? Because he travelled in the TARDIS. He was the part of the TARDIS team for 2 episodes. Does that not count? He was in the TARDIS longer than fucking Adam. How much to actually get the Sabrina Carpenter hairdo? Well, however fucking much it would cost to actually get it. I ain't got that kind of hair, man. That's just not going to happen. Kate is not a companion. Kate only travelled on the TARDIS for the very first time in Power of the Doctor, and that was a very short trip. She's not a companion because she don't go travelling with the Doctor. She's a friend of the Doctor, but that's different, I think. I would say that's different. I think you're a companion if you've travelled in the TARDIS and gone on an adventure with the Doctor. But then by that definition, I'd probably say then Canton isn't a companion because he hasn't... He's joined the Doctor on an adventure, but he's never went somewhere different to his own time. Do you know what I mean? I don't even think he was offered. Which is crazy. Think about it. Oh, really? That's interesting. Yeah, does Mel count now as a New companion? Or, yeah, I think a bit of both. Mel's in the same bracket as Sarah Jane for me. I was watching Empire of Death the other day, and I was thinking, like, God, could you imagine if they, like, if Elizabeth Sladen was still alive and they could have done, like, Sarah Jane and the Doctor against Sutekh again? It would have been brilliant. It would have been brilliant. Because it's that whole thing with, like, when Sarah Jane recognises Davros's voice. Oh, my God. The emotion that Elizabeth Sladen is able to convey is just, like, brilliant. And don't get me wrong, I love Mel, but, like, you know, I grew up with Sarah Jane, man. You can't beat that. She is, like, the GOAT companion from Classic Who as well, I think. I think there's no companion in Classic Who more iconic than Sarah Jane Smith. I would personally say Sarah Jane Smith and Tom and like the 4th Doctor, Tom Baker, I think is the most iconic Doctor companion duo that has ever existed. In my opinion, like, fully, I don't think in terms of pop culture, nothing comes close. I don't think nothing comes close to that. Oh shit, game over. Fuck. Well, I think we're done. We are done. Oh, I didn't realise I had to end the poll. We are going to be going over to Twitch right now, so please do tune in. This is going to be our last Twitch stream for 8 weeks. 8 weeks, because we're not going to be streaming on Twitch whilst Doctor Who's on. We're going to be putting all our time into Doctor Who. And then we will be back with more Twitch stuff after that, which gives us a nice... And I'll tell you why on the actual Twitch stream if you want to join along. But I would say please do come and enjoy. We're not playing any sort of long story games like The Last of Us today. We are just having a bit of fun. We'll play a bit of Fortnite. If we get bored of that, we might do some GeoGuessr. I don't know what we're going to do. But... it will be fun, and it will be a nice one to join for because it will be very casual and very much you can hop in, hop out. So please do, if you've never tuned into our Twitch before, tonight may well be the night to do it, so you get a bit of a flavour of it for when you eventually become a die-hard fan and come back in 8 weeks' time. So please do tune in. The link is in the chat now, and the link is also in the description of this video, live stream, etc. We'll be going live there pretty much immediately, and... yeah, I did buy the Sabrina Carpenter skin, so it feels right to say, if you've never been on Twitch before, have you ever tried this one? We'll get plenty more of those shit jokes over the next 2 hours. So, yes, see you over there, and yes, in terms of Doctor Who stuff, we'll see you back on Saturday here on this channel talking about the robot revolution. Stay tuned, and I will see you there.